Hello everyone. Before I start the actual book review, I want to say that I read this about a month ago and am just getting around to reviewing it because I wanted to put more positive book reviews out, and this is going to be kind of a negative one. It's not one that I really liked as much, so I'm just getting around to reviewing it now. And so um, let me know if you have read this book and how you feel. I love talking to you guys in the comment section, and unless YouTube is being mean, I do get back to all of my commenters. So thank you so much, and here's the video. Hello everybody. Today I am going to be reviewing the book Tsarina by Ellen Alpsten. And before I get started with the book review, I am just going to say I bought this a long time ago, like a few months ago, around Christmas time last year, and I went to a store called Lark and Owl, and they were really helpful in picking this out for me. So I really wanted to like this book because they were just so cool and so helpful picking this out and helping me pick this out because they heard I liked this kind of genre. And so that was really cool that they helped me pick this out. So I really wanted to like this book, but that is not how this book went. So this tells the story of a woman named Marta who is a serf, and she becomes the wife of Peter the Great, and it talks about just her kind of adventure with becoming Peter the Great's wife, all the way from serfdom to royalty, and to she does end up ruling in her own right. We'll get more on that later. So it's basically a historical fiction. It starts when she's about 16 and ends pretty much at her death. And I really wanted to like this book because I'm into historical fiction. If you know me and you've been around this channel a lot, you know that I really like historical fiction. But this dragged on way too long, and for most of the book, she is not really involved with Peter the Great at all. And she's not even, you don't even get to the part where she becomes, royalty and becomes Tsarina in her own right. Because I thought I was going to be reading about another Catherine the Great, but that was not what this was. She did take away power from the person that was supposed to be the ruler, but they don't really talk about that. I was expecting that. I was waiting. I read 400 and something pages expecting that. And I ended up having to get it on Audible just because it was taking so darn long. But that never, ever happens. And I was really disappointed in that because I really wanted to know more about this time period. That is one of the time periods of Russia that I do not know too much about, and I wanted to know more. But this book dragged on way too long, and it didn't need to, and it didn't even go into the story, because the way the synopsis is in the book, it makes it sound like you were going to be reading about another Catherine the Great who ruled for a long time. No, she only took power for like 2 years, and it doesn't even go into that in this book. It basically talks about her rise to power, which wasn't what I wanted. I wanted to read about another Catherine the Great, and that's not what we get with this. We get basically a Cinderella story, because that's basically what it is, with some battles thrown in. Peter is fighting the King of Sweden a lot. Um, but I was very disappointed with this book, and I read it on Audible to get it through, and then I ended up taking the getting my money credit back. So yeah, that was disappointing. So that's all I want to say about this book. If you read it, let me know. Let me know what you thought, because I'm not, I love talking to you guys on the YouTube comment section, and I will see you all in the next video, whenever that is. Right now I'm reading the life of Elizabeth, Grand Duchess of Russia, and I am reading Rival Queens uh, by her last name is um, Nancy Goldstone. That's her name, Nancy Goldstone. And I also have a book about the Borgias that I'm gonna read, and I am also gonna read about a book about fighting breast cancer. So all different kinds of books going on here. So I will see you all in the next video, whenever that is. Bye, guys.